Mr. Braithwaite, had a good look about the place?
Yes.
Do you know London at all?
Well, I took some leave here during the war, so I know it as a tourist. And, of course, what I've gleaned from Chaucer and Pepys.
Yes, well, I think Samuel Pepys would have a good deal more to add to his diaries if he'd been here during the blackout. That would be a good read.
Indeed, sir.
Now, before we take the next step, I want to outline how we do things here. You may agree or disagree. Either way, I expect you to be honest and say so. That's part of my position on teaching. Honesty, clear and simple. If we can't be honest amongst ourselves, how on earth can we be honest with the children?
Yes, sir.
You may have heard some talk about this school, about me and my methods.
I can't say that I've heard anything.
Well, most of our children have been classified as difficult. For whatever reasons, their experiences of junior school, positive or negative, they carry over to us. That's 5 years of rules and regulations, never having to think for themselves, learning everything by rote. And God forbid if a child can't keep up. Look at this place, Mr. Braithwaite. All over this country, young minds are being shaped by similar stinking environments, poverty, unemployment. How can we expect children who grow up in these conditions to take seriously anything we have to teach? What do they care about arithmetic, when their main concern is whether they'll go home to a hot meal, any meal for that matter? Our threatening corporal punishment means nothing to them. It's just another endurance in a life full of daily endurance. You see, what I'm trying to do here is to create an atmosphere where young people can feel safe, wanted and secure, free to work, play and express themselves for a few hours of their day. They'll be guided by adults who listen to them, who care about their opinions, who try to understand without condemnation. Well, there it is. I could offer you no blueprint for teaching. Wouldn't work, especially here. You're on your own. The rest of the staff, myself included, will always be ready to help and advise if need be.
I don't know what the department has told you about me, Headmaster, but I think it only right that you should know I have no experience of teaching or any formal training.
Well, I know, I've seen your file.
Then you'll also know that teaching wasn't my first choice of profession.
No, I should have thought a man with your outstanding qualifications would have chosen something quite different for himself. Electronics, wasn't it?
Yes.
Then it's our good fortune you decided to teach for now.
I've been reading a lot of books on teaching and teaching methods.
Oh, my dear fellow, you don't want to do that.
No?
Good heavens, no! I'd rather have you and all you've seen and done with your life than some wet-behind-the-ears novice with umpteen teaching certificates. Now then, what's it to be? Is Barkis willing?
Have you had any thought as to which class I'll be teaching?
You'll have charge of the top class.
You're Mr. Hackman's class?
Yes, I'm Mr. Hackman. Unfortunately, Mr. Hackman, although a perfectly adequate teacher, was completely unsuitable for this kind of work.
Really?
Look, I'm not offering you the booby prize, Mr. Braithwaite. They're an important class. They need the influence of a good teacher, particularly as they'll be leaving us shortly. I think you're the man for the job.
Then you can tell Peggotty that Barkis is willing.
Good man!